Good evening. Buenas noches. Hello, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. Chef Jorge Luis is here waiting for you to see what we are doing today. So, what are we going to do today? Aha! Well, thanks to the poll that has been all over the network, soup won. It was actually either soup, it was chicken, or eggs. So everybody wants me to make a soup. I don't know what you guys thinking, about me showing you how to make a soup. I mean, how can I show Christina how to make a soup? Christina, you know how to make soup. How you doing? Julia, how are you? So, going into the soups thing, being in Florida, it really make me think a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna start a little preparation here. I'm gonna wait just a couple of minutes for people to show up, because the beginning of the live Facebook live show is always the beginning. The most important thing is what we are going to accomplish. Definitely you can't miss this, because what we are going to do is very typical Spanish. Some people were saying, telling me and saying things like, "Oh, you do a lot of French, you do a lot of things that they are not Spanish food." Well, I know Spanish is my thing, but the basic actually French cuisine is being the revolutionary culinary skills and and all of those things that we have learned since like 200-300 years ago, and there's a lot that we have learned from them, and we kind of accomplish and gather all those knowledge, and we start making all the things. So let me see who is coming. Okay, I think the camera is actually, we are good in there because we are not moving the camera today. Okay, so stay with me for a little bit. I'm not gonna tell I'm not gonna tell you what we are going to do today, but you know already, because you know the ingredients. I hope you have your ingredients in your kitchen today. So let's cook with me, okay? This is what I want you to do. We're gonna make something simple that you do have at home all the time, but you don't know what to do with it sometimes. Sometimes you get bored, and what you are going to do with all of that is just do the same thing, because okay, let's go watch YouTube and see what I do with this, and then you get tired, you watch 2 minutes, and then you say go next. Okay, so learn something really unique. Hey, hello Billy, how are you? Thanks for coming today live show. I haven't tell anybody what we are going to do today, so stay with me, because I think you are going to like it. All right, so let's go. We're gonna start. Let me see. I'm gonna move this a little bit like this. Okay, so I want you, because otherwise I'm gonna. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're good. Okay, what are we going to do today, guys? Okay, I was referring to a super cocido, but some people want me to do something really strong, for Florida. What we are going to do today actually is one of the most typical Spanish soup, and it calls gazpacho, with a G, with an A and Z, and the P and the A and cho, gazpacho, a cold soup typical from Spain, most in Andalucía, Granada, Sevilla. If you ever went to Spain, I know you had gazpacho in the south. Okay, thanks to the friends and brothers that they are around the community of Andalucía. We have Murcia, Ole Murcia, which they do bring beautiful tomatoes, okay, for the gazpacho. Okay, so before I talked already. Okay, you guys make me laugh. Okay, don't put me things, because I'm not reading anymore, because you are making me laugh and I cannot do this. All right, so let me tell you about the gazpacho. The ingredients in the gazpacho are extremely simple. We call them tomatoes. All right, tomatoes, white tomatoes, onions, peppers, cucumbers, bread, all bread, olive oil, and vinegar. Okay, and salt, of course, salt. All right. So gazpacho is very typical from long time ago on the country where people they're going to work outside in the field doing the potatoes and all of that, whatever they needed to do. They needed to have something that is actually keeping it in a kind of like a cold, warm, or kind of like in there, a little river there. So gazpacho is actually was a good thing to have because it give you the energy to boost the energy to keep working. The salt and the tomatoes and all that. It's very, very refreshing. Okay, so here's the ingredients. I think I mentioned all of them, but we're gonna go all one at a time because we are actually what we're going to do. We're gonna put it in a Vitamix. We don't see it there. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it in here. But first of all, we're gonna. Let me see. I'm just gonna put it. There you go. There you go. Now right there. So tomatoes. On the tomatoes, what you need to do is just peel them. That's all. You peel them. All right, we're gonna peel one up. I got enough. You know how to peel a tomato. So do not boil them trying to take the skin because you watch too much YouTube videos and you know how to boil the tomato, make a nest, get the skin out easy. Just take your time. Peel the tomato nice and easy, okay? And save the skin because you can make soups with that. So, and here I have 4 tomatoes, all right? I got 4 Roma tomatoes. You can use any tomatoes that you want. I really like to use those, but since I have Roma tomatoes in my refrigerator, they were going kind of like, I needed to take them out. So that's what I'm going to do, all right? So we're gonna chop the tomatoes, and this time we're gonna make, I'm gonna try to make like 1 liter, okay, of gazpacho. So we're gonna chop it out the tomatoes, all right? Like a quarter. You don't have to go very fine. Like quarters, things like that. We're gonna put 3 tomatoes in there, okay? 3 tomatoes, chop it up. All right, if there's a little skin in there, that's not a problem, okay? If you put the skin on the tomatoes and the gazpacho, then later on, then you have to use, something like this to kind of like make it nice and creamy and, more palate to your taste, all right? So later on, we're gonna do some peppers. On the pepper, what I'm going to do is just put 1 green and 1 red, okay? So we do half of this and half of that, all right? All right, make sure that you wash it all the time. I'm washing it right now because I want you to know that I'm washing it, but everything here is pre-washed. So we're gonna do half of this. I'm going to do half of that, all right? On the onion, the same thing. On the red onion, actually the red onion, I didn't do it this time, but there was a technique that my Peruvians showed me that the red onions is good to submerge the red onion in warm water for at least 10 minutes. And then later on, just rinse it out with cold water. It will take out this acidity, kind of like a pungent accent in there. All right, so I'm just gonna put a half. Did I put half of it? Anybody tells me what am I? Yeah, I put half of it already. All right. Since I like it so much, I'm just gonna put a little bit more. All right. I'm gonna wash it too. All right. Okay. Now we're gonna go with the cucumbers. All right. When I put 1 cucumber, oh my God, look at these cucumbers. They're huge, fresh market. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, I don't know if it was Fresh Market, Winn-Dixie, Publix, I don't remember. But I think it was. Yeah, because sometimes I gotta get organic things and it's really, really hard. Alright, make sure that you do peel the cucumber, alright? Because I remember there was one of my guys, at the restaurant. He was doing, I told him how to do gazpacho, listen, this is the amount, just put them in the blender, period, don't do anything else. And you know what he did? He forgot to peel the cucumber. So at the end of the product, the gazpacho, instead of red, was green. And we couldn't understand why in the world is green. Did you put all the ingredients? Yes. Did you do everything I told you? Yes. How is green? So, okay, so we have to go step by step, you know, telling, listen, you need to peel the cucumber. All right, this is one of the things that one of the techniques that you need to understand is that the seeds can get you, you know, in a way on your stomach, and it's not really good. Why, I don't know. I always saw my mother doing it, taking out the seeds. So we actually chop it up in halves and then quarters, so I can remove this nice and easy. All right, and then just kind of this size, you can put it in there. Oh, that's okay. Okay, one in there. All right, so we're gonna make 1 liter, right? We said. So we got, I think I put only 2 tomatoes. I think I have to put the other 2 because I see I got 4, so next. All right, right. Okay, so peeled tomatoes already in there. All right, gonna move the camera just a little bit more in there so you can see it. If he obeys me, he doesn't obey me. Okay. Alright, I don't know if he obeys me, this camera there. Alright, I want to move a little bit here. Sorry about that. Technical malfunction. Mama. Hey Valerie, can you help me up in this? Oh, hello. Hello, where are you going? Technical difficulties with the camera. But that's okay, because we are still here. So now, so we're saying we got 3 tomatoes, we got 1 cucumber. This cucumber that I had was actually kind of big, so I'm just gonna put like a 3/4 of it, okay? Because I see the amount of it is already kind of like already there. All right. So now, let's take this off while we are preparing the camera. Very nice. Okay, very good. We're back. We're back. Liliana, hello, hello. That's true. I don't know what's true, but you got dizzy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really apologize. You know, it's just technical difficulties. This is my home. This is not a restaurant. It's very, very different. So this is a good friends that we have on the web, on you guys. So everything is forgiven. All right. So we got everything in there. Got the onions. We got the peppers. Can't forget anything. But there's one thing. Right, later on, we're gonna put some bread. Now, on the bread, what I have is an old bread that I put some water in it about 5 minutes ago, and I also have some ice. Why do I want ice? I do want the ice, just a little bit, because after this, what I want to have it right away, nice and cold. All right, not very warm. So that's actually a good trick to have. You know, you can do this in no time. And you really can make a theme, a Spanish theme right away. I'll show you. All right. So here it is. So we're gonna put all the bread with the water and everything right in there. Okay. All right. So pretty much we got it, all of that. Hola Liliana, ¿cómo estás? Qué guapa la Liliana, mi flamenca, la más guapa. La más guapa. Okay. I am from Madrid. I was born in Madrid. I was raised in Valencia, España. But, you know, I'm already an American here, gigolo. Not really gigolo, but, you know. All right, anyway, so we got everything in there. So one of the things that I like to put is salt. All right? I'm not going to put that much, 2 pinches, okay? A pinch is something that you can take with 3 fingers, okay? That's a pinch, all right? Before that, the tomatoes, when you do the 3 pinches, 1 to pan, 1 slice, one of those American slice, that's how much bread you should have, okay? Depends how you want it, thick or not thick. You know, I don't like it too thick as well, but you know, I like kind of like a nice and creamy. That's what will make it. Anyhow, the tomatoes at the beginning, if you put salt on it and keep it for at least 10 minutes, the tomatoes on the salt will get happy. and it get a little more tasty on the tomatoes. Will release the juices and the sweetness of it. All right. So that I had that before, so that's why I'm not putting too much salt in it. Okay, now, so everything that is in there, I'm gonna leave it in there because the camera does not take it. So there we go. So now I'm gonna use, you know what? I bought actually a beautiful sherry vinegar today from Jerez de la Frontera. From Jerez de la Frontera is Cádiz, okay, the south of Spain. And I really want to use this because I like vinegar myself. So, but you can use dry vinegar any kind that you really like to try, like, you know, rice vinegar, wine vinegar, or there's some vinegars there with mixed with figs and everything. So, you know, hey Gloria, how are you? You only have one glove. Yes, I only have one glove because I cut myself. Look, see, I cut myself because my knife was not sharp enough. You always cut yourself when the knives are not sharp. Okay, so now in this moment, what we are going to do, I'm going to measure a little bit, because if I go with the vinegar. All right, so this is sherry vinegar, so we're probably going to do just about this much. Okay, for now we can adjust it, you know, so it doesn't really matter how much you put. You can always adjust it later. All right. So now, one of the most important things that you should have, this is the almost the last item that we have, is olive oil. Actually, I have a friend of mine, actually, he gave me this bottle of olive oil from Galicia. Actually, this is actually from Vigo. Orense, los chicos de Orense. Orense, Vigo y Pontevedra, Galicia, northwest of Spain, about Portugal. You know, they make beautiful white wine and I guess good olive oil. So we'll see. So this time, what I'm going to do is just going to try myself the oil. This olive oil has a 0.3 of acidity, so you don't want to have too acidic. This is very acidic, you know. So we are going to actually change it with my oil, because that's very strong oil. This is actually good for salads. So I'm going to use my regular extra virgin olive oil. All right then. So there's your father is from Vigo, Mr. Eugenio. Okay, so what are we going to do? I can see already that I'm putting at least 300, maybe not really a cup, but almost there. But we're gonna adjust it right now, okay? I don't want to put too much because I cannot take it out, but I can always put that in. All right, so we're gonna go little by little. The quantities is actually how you like it. Okay, I never have quantities on how to do it unless I wanted to do like a 2 gallons, 5 gallons, things, you know, 100 gallons. All right, so here it is. So now we're gonna make a little noise. We put the salt. We put all the ingredients. I believe we have all the ingredients, including the bread with the ice and the water and all of that. All right, we can always put some more ice in it. The ice, when you use a Vitamix or use these machines, make sure that you have the ice always on top, never on the bottom, because it will actually can break your Vitamix. All right, now my secret ingredient. My secret ingredient is just a little cumin. This is actually what my ¿cómo se dice? Mi cuñada. Huh? Oh, my cuñada. Everybody knows my cuñada, what it is, okay? My sister-in-law. He makes a great gazpacho. Every time I go to Spain, she's already there bringing me gazpacho. And, oh, you gotta try my gazpacho. I tried it. Oh, try this with a little cumin. So this time we're gonna actually measure really careful on the cumin. We're gonna make 2, 1. I make it up because I mean these things. Yeah, 2 teaspoons of cumin. You can do cumin or not. It really does not matter. but just try it first, or try it without it, and then try it with it. All right? I challenge you to do it. I really do challenge you to do it, and tell me exactly the measurement if you are really, really, really into it. Okay? And post it on Facebook and say, hey, look, I learned it from Chef Jorge Luis on the Pandemian. All right, so now here we go. That was my secret ingredient that I wanted to try. All right, we'll put enough salt, put enough oil, put enough vinegar. Gonna pop it up. All right. Now, before you do anything with this, let's make sure. Don't just go with the button. Make sure that it's off. Make sure that you are 0, and make sure you have off. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna leave it in here for a little bit because the salt. I really want everything to get happy there. When you close it down here, it's very hermetic. So I like that, to move it a little bit and go back to it, okay? Without making a mess, of course. And so make sure that everything gets a little happy and leave it for a little 5 minutes, all right? Now, soups, okay? They're actually, cold soup is one of the best things that you can have in Florida. Believe me, it is wonderful in the morning, beautiful in the afternoon, serve as an appetizer. It's one of the many soups that there are in culinary school. They say that there are sweet soups, semi-sweet, and savory soups. So the sweet soups are like an end to the meal, like watermelon, strawberry. Okay, those are the sweet soup. And the semi-sweet soup now it's a fruit that has some enhanced with some acidity, like vinegar or lemon or lime. So that is like tomato soup. So that's the semi-sweet. And this one here is a savory soup. I don't know. Did I say that right? Savory soup. S-A-V-O. I don't know. Anyway, savory soup is what is actually mixed with fruit and vegetables. Okay. Remember that you say, oh, there is no fruit in there. A ver, please tell me, what fruit did I put it in? Did anybody know what fruit I put it in? Anybody? Liliana, Michael, Cynthia, Christina. No, Cynthia doesn't play. Karen. Anybody knows what kind of fruit did I put it in? Very good. Very good, Michael. Tomato, it is a fruit. Very good. Julia, excellent. Everybody knew that. Very good. So the tomato, it is a fruit, okay? So there we go. So we got it all nice, beautiful, happy together. We're gonna sing a song. Ay, Gazpacho de Andalucía. Ay, qué rico por la mañana. Alright? Anyway, okay, let's go do it. So everything's off. 0. Okay, what we're going to do is start with 0. And we go on. And we start from the little p, okay? Little by little. So we go to 4. We go to 5. And we go to 6. Okay, right there. If we see that there is no moving, it's because you're missing something, okay? Do not just put things right away. Just relax, okay? Just relax. Let it just do the job, okay? Everything is with paciencia, okay? Mucha paciencia. Ole, 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 okay? So you can see now, it start coming up, right? You can actually, you can press it in if you want a little bit, because, right? Okay, once you press it, you know there is no more liquid. It's because you do need liquid, okay? Alright, so we're gonna top it up with olive oil. So now I think we'll make it, I think we'll make the whole, almost a cup in there, alright? Alright? Okay, we're gonna put some ice. Alright, we're gonna put some ice. Alright. Now we're gonna go a little higher. Okay? So when you start with a minimum of 6, just relax. Don't worry about it, okay? If you need some ice, put some ice. A little more oil, just be careful. You can add water if you want, but just a little bit, okay? Claro, Liliana, claro que te desespera. Si es que eres como una bailarina aquí que... Claro, te desespera. Si estás loca por dar 4 vueltas. Alright? So, there we go. So, we actually are looking right now for the color that we really want. I like a little red myself, so I will take out the green pepper and put only the red pepper. Alright? So that's how I like it. Alright? So now, okay? So here it is. Let's go see the gazpacho now. Now, there are other soups too, okay? I actually give you 3 soups, the sweet, semi-sweet, and the savory soup. And there are other soups that we are not going to get into it, maybe later on in another program, because it will take a little longer, which is like the vichyssoise. Don't tell me how to spell it, I don't know. Vichyssoise, it's a French. You can eat it cold, or you can eat it warm, okay? If there are leeks and other things, alright? Anyway, and there are other soups like clear soups that are actually made with gelatin, alright? And so we don't go more further into that because they're actually one more. I don't want to go into that. We stay with the sweet, semi-sweet, and savory soup for now, alright? That will be in another time, alright? Okay, ese es el truco. Claudia, hombre, Claudia, que está muy buenas. Uy, qué pena, va a tener que ver el vídeo porque ya tengo hecho gazpacho. Pero no importa, yo sé que tú lo haces muy rico también, pero el truco está en el chef Jorge Ruiz, los jueves, Thursdays at 8 o'clock, alright? So let's go, so now it's already in high, not the highest one, and then we're just gonna go, don't just take it up like that, just leave it at 6 now, go slow, okay? Go slow, go leave it in 6 already, we went to 0 to 6, 6 to 10, and now we go back to 6, let it be, and then we're just gonna stop it, and we're gonna try it, alright? We're gonna stop it. Ah, qué delicia, qué delicia. Cuidado que se te va el vitamina. Ah, yeah, vichyssoise soup. Oh, it's really good. Vichyssoise. I was actually gonna do the vichyssoise, but you know, there's some people, you know. Actually, my daughter was saying, you know, Daddy, too much French in here. Okay, what can I do? You know what I mean? That's it is something that I really like. You know, it comes together naturally, and the Spanish and Italian and the European. Alright, so we're gonna try this up. So now, in my taste, I like a little more vinegar because I like vinegar. Alright. So now I'm gonna add a little more vinegar. I have it in here. Remember, we just put at least maybe like something like that in vinegar. I'm gonna put double. I'm gonna double it up. Okay, on the vinegar. I'm gonna close it down. So try it up. See how you like it in the vinegar. It was still low. So now you only have to go in 6. Mix it up. A few seconds and that's it. Now you try it again. Okay. Okay. Salt? Yes. Okay, fine. If you like salt, that's fine. You can put a little more salt. That's okay. I'm gonna put another 2 pinches. Remember a pinch, 3 fingers. Alright? Nothing is missing salt. Alright. I'm gonna go back again. So you can go back, you know, as many times as you want. It does not really matter. Just add ingredients to it, blend it up, blend it in, the whole thing, and then just go little by little and see what is that you really are looking for in the taste. Is that appetite for you? If it is, fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, now, all right. I know it is good. All right. So, there we go. Let's get another spoon. All right. Oh. Ah, ahora sí. Ahora sí. Since I put the ice in it, it seems like there's not really much to it, but the ice actually makes now that I can drink it right away. I want it right away. So let's go drink it right away. Okay? All right. So let's go. I want to really actually see if we can, if I put it in here, see what colors are we taking. Okay? All right. Okay, see, you see the color? I really like a little red myself, like I said, but perhaps even instead of that liquidy, I like a little creamier. If you put like a little creamier, add a little more bread to it, okay? If you like a little, you can put a little more tomatoes, all right? Look at that creamy. Look at how it is. I like to drink gazpacho. The gazpacho can be started as an appetizer before the meal, like I was saying. But the gazpacho, you can drink it at any time. In the morning, you know, with the resaca, you know, like, you know, last night, you're like, you know what I mean, right? Son of you. You know what I mean? So let's go have a little drink and see how it is. And let's go celebrate. Anyway. Oh, there we go. Alright, that's gazpacho. Now, limitless. ¿Cómo se dice? There's no limit in what you can do with this. This is for you and nobody else. You don't sell in this. You're not making anything. If you're gonna put Tabasco in it, might as well. But don't call it now, you know, gazpacho. This is a gazpacho, okay? Gazpacho Andaluz. Do not make any gazpacho because there's in Spain gazpacho in Extremadura, and on the west side, Extremadura gazpacho has nothing to do with liquid. In Andalucía, they also salmorejo. Salmorejo is a different thing. It has tomato too, but it's a different thing. We can come back to another time with this, all right? So let's try it up. Joder, qué rico. Qué rico que está. Es que podría estar bebiendo esto todo el día. I can drink this all day. All day. You can make a Bloody Mary. Well, come on, don't do that, okay? Here, don't go Bloody Mary with this, okay? Put a little vodka, okay? If that's what you want, might as well, alright? Okay. I can't have enough of this. I mean, you can drink this all day long. Let me tell you one thing. Now we're gonna go into a kind of like a more restaurant type, or you wanna impress your guests on a gazpacho as an appetizer when you are setting the table. Let me show you. 1 second. Now, this is what we are going to do. The idea of serving gazpacho in a bowl is something that we call tropezones. The tropezones is just small pieces that everything that you have put in the gazpacho are in here as well. Okay? So that's what I said. A little tomato here. Alright, let me just put them in there. I'm gonna keep drinking this because it's unbelievable. Wow. Wow. So I have cucumber in here. Let me see. I have cucumber. I got the pepper. Was not pleased with the red. I think I rather have the. I was not happy with the red. I think I'm happy better with the green. But it does not really matter, to tell you the truth. No one will ever notice. You don't want to have it confused as a tomato soup. This is not a tomato soup, okay? Tomato soup is something else. It's a semi-sweet soup. This is a savory soup. So people, when they tell you what it is, you will be a master chef. Alright? Okay, you guys. Okay, now, so everything that I have here is in here. I'm missing one thing in here. It's in there. I don't know if you remember that I told you about the onion. Well, the onions that I have, the red onions, I kind of put it in warm water first, and then later on, ¿dónde tengo? Aquí mismo, ¿no? ¿No tengo otro de estos? Okay. Ah, it's alright. Do you have another straw? Okay, no, it's alright. We can put them in there. Okay. Here are the onions. So the onions now are cured. Thank you. Those are the onions, the peppers, the cucumbers, the tomatoes, and the bread. So now on the bread, what I did, let me just change in this because, ay mama, not being prepared, how important that is, huh? I know. All right, here it is. Okay, so this is actually tropezones. Here's some croutons. I actually I put olive oil in it, the olive oil that they gave me. There you go. Okay, they're good. So I just want to just make sure they're all right before I put it into serving. There we go. Very good. And this is how you really do gazpacho. With all table serve. You put a little gazpacho in there. Do not go too much. Just a little bit, just like that. All right. And then let everybody just put a little spoon in it. Okay. And that's how it is. And that's how the chicken goes. Gazpacho Andaluz served either here or on a table for you guys. Now, when you put it just a little bit, you just add it a little bit right there. A little onion, then a little tomato, then a little cucumber, and torretnos, okay? A little bread. Go overboard, make a lot, you know, make sure there is a abundance of tomato, abundance of cucumbers, onions, bread, you know, make sure that there is an abundance to make a lot of them, you know, make sure that it's like a cereal in there, okay? So, well, here it is. This is the final result, and I think I'm done for today. So please, if you have any questions, let me say hello to everybody. Hombre, Tita Raineri, hola. Me dice, hola Eugenio, pero yo no soy Eugenio. Ah, que viene de Perú. Ah, wow, tengo Perú por todos los lados. Bueno, Liliana, ¿estás todavía? Marta, salmorejo is good as well? Of course. ¿Se le puede poner un poquito de vino? No, Liliana, ¿cómo va a poner un poquito de vino a esto? Hombre, por favor, el vino ponle una copita y te lo tomas mientras te tomas el gazpacho. Ay, Dios mío, por el amor de Dios. I cannot believe the things. Alright? Okay, so those are the items that you can, puedes comprarlos en cualquier lado. Everybody has, lo puedes tener en la nevera. This is something very simple that I'm teaching you and let you know that this is what you have in the refrigerator at all times. This is what you should have in your refrigerator at all times if you want to eat well and healthy, okay? So please, do it yourself. You have any other questions? Cucumber de gazpacho is my favorite. Of course it is. Of course it is. I know that, señorita Cynthia. Okay, Michael, simple, delicious. Any question? No questions? If you have any questions and you don't know what to say right now, do not worry, I will answer you the questions. Here is my Facebook live, Facebook page. Please do make one yourself, take a picture, and tell me how was it, okay? Post it on the Facebook, hold me up, you know, to promote this, and you know, the more people, the merrier. Gloria, thank you very much. I love you. Oh, I haven't seen you for a long time. See you next Friday. I gotta get my... I know, look, my glasses, they're ugly. I know, don't tell me. Karen, are you still there? Karen still there? Oh yeah! Where did you get your tomatoes? from my yard? No. I didn't get my tomatoes from my yard, but I mean, the tomatoes, those tomatoes are fantastic. I really like to use those tomatoes. They are more flavorful. For this presentation, I used the rind tomato. I bought this on a fresh market. But you know, any tomatoes, trying to get organic as much as possible. Please, go organic, go live, go save the planet, you know, and peace on the world. Thank you very much. I really, it was a pleasure having you guys here today. I can't wait to see you next Thursday at 8 o'clock here on Facebook Live. As always, Chef Jorge Luis, I'll be there. Rain and shine. Que aproveche. No turtle soup. Michael, you're bad boy. Hasta luego, una noche. Que me voy. Vámonos, niños. Gazpacho andaluz. Ole, para cenar esta noche. Ole.